This is a new Democratic Party. We're bringing a knife to a knife fight, and we are going to fight fire with fire.
I do want to be aggressive because we're going to have to be aggressive. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories twice a day, every day. Still trying to get to 3, y'all. Still trying to get to 3. Just have to find the time. You know, I'm over here in a tropical paradise. So between the beach and the pool. Anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Your people, usually it's your boy, your girl. Now it's your group. The Democrats, y'all. Their voting base is furious at President Donald Trump. They're furious at MAGA, and they want the Democrats to fight. So what have the Democrats done? They've decided that fighting means cursing. They've decided that fighting means using violent and incendiary rhetoric. And they've also decided that fighting means running away. That's right. As you probably know by now, the Democrats of Texas, in order to avoid a redistricting fight, which could see them lose up to 5 seats in the House of Representatives, they have literally fled the coop. They have gone to different states out of Texas to avoid the fight, to make sure that the vote does not happen. And it looks like they're going to need to be gone for at least 4 months. 4 months till December in order to try to make sure that this redistricting does not happen before next year's midterm elections. Now, so what people have noticed is the Democrats are literally coming out and calling for violence, and this is raising a lot of alarm bells. You know that the country is already on edge. You know there have been 2 assassination attempts on President Donald Trump. You know that political violence is something that we've seen in this country time and time again. And now it looks like Democrats are ready to walk that line, use violent language. And I don't know, do they want something to happen, or are they just hoping that they can show some grit and maybe get away with it? Let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
The DNC chair promises that his party is not going to roll over in the Texas redistricting fight. Listen here.
I've been saying to these Texas Republicans, if you want a showdown, well, you're going to get a showdown. This is not the Democratic Party of your grandfather, which would bring a pencil to the knife fight. This is a new Democratic Party. We're bringing a knife to a knife fight, and we are going to fight fire with fire.
Right. Thank you. You would never know that President Trump, Todd Carley, was nearly assassinated a year ago in July and September of last year. This sophomore year rhetoric, it's the only way I could basically, describe it, is meant to go viral on social media, I guess, which is not the real world. And then legacy media, whether you're talking about CNN, NBC, CBS, ABC, New York Times, Washington Post, they amplify it for cheap clicks and retweets. Yet knife to a knife fight. I'm pretty sure he meant to say gun to a knife fight, but I guess, who knows what Ken Martin was about to say there as the DNC chair.
Now, do you remember how Representative Jasmine Crockett was all hurt in her feelings about the fact that the Democrats rejected her for a leadership position? And she said, I'm going to be falling back from them a little bit. But you can see what's really in her soul, like the role she really wants to play, because at every given opportunity, she goes ratchet, she goes sister girl, I've heard someone call the Democrats the Dramacrats because they're like performative. Listen, Jasmine Crockett, she wins the Oscar. Let's take a look.
Democrats are ramping up wild rhetoric against President Trump. Here's far-left Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett at a rally in Phoenix on Sunday.
I do want to be aggressive because we're going to have to be aggressive. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of okay, we know that. Yes, he is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this.
Wow, I haven't heard anybody mention MoveOn.org in a long time. There was a big thing by her head. Aggressive might be one word for the insults that she hurled at the president.
We've kind of seen this play out before, kind of like, the orange orangutan, the Timu Hitler. He on the same nonsense too. Bro, you the real criminal. Like, stop coming for people that's out here in these streets.
A different accent apparently on TikTok. This may all be a response to the far left base. Axios is reporting Democrats told to get shot for the anti-Trump resistance. It quotes a House Democrat saying, "What I have seen is a demand that we get ourselves arrested intentionally or allow ourselves to be victims of violence." It adds, constituents have told them civility isn't working and to prepare for violence to fight to protect our democracy.
Now, in another story, we have a Democratic lawmaker who apparently is a descendant of Guatemalan parents. I believe that the story goes her parents immigrated to the United States. I don't know what the legal status was, but they immigrated. And so when she was giving a speech in Mexico, she said in Spanish that she is Guatemalteca primero que Americana. She's Guatemalan before American.
World stage. Democrat Delia Ramirez said this.
I want to finish by saying a few words in Spanish because I am a Guatemalan with much pride before I am an American.
The White House responded with this. These Democrats' comments are despicable and underscore their commitment to putting Americans last.
Now, there's been a lot of hoopla about this. Now, from my perspective, I am all about context. I always believe that context is important. I was not able to see the entire speech. I was not able to gauge the entire context of what she's saying. So on the surface of it, it doesn't sound very good, particularly when you are a lawmaker in a country, when you were born in that country, and you're saying that you're really from a different country first. That doesn't sound good. But I like to get the entire context of what somebody's saying, not just taking a small clip and blowing it out of proportion. I do speak Spanish. I would be able to understand what she's saying, I believe, in Spanish, because I speak it, But again, I was not able to get the entire context. And there are different contexts in which you could say something like that and it not be as bad as it sounds. So I'm going to reserve judgment on this, but I will say this. Generally speaking, when someone, if she were to be saying what people think she said, okay, and I'm not saying she did, but if someone were to pledge allegiance to a foreign country in public or in private for that matter, I do think that I think there should be some kind of investigation when it comes to that. I don't care if you're a legislator. I don't care what your position is. If you were to pledge allegiance to a foreign country over the United States and you are United States American, you're a United States American. I mean, do I think it should be criminal? Not necessarily, but I do think there's something to that. And particularly when you're a lawmaker and you're making laws in the United States that may have to do with the other country that you are pledging allegiance to. So I think that depending on the context, there could be a there, but I'm going to wait for additional context on this one. So y'all, we have two different stories here, but both of them have to do with the Democratic Party. They seem to be in disarray. They're trying to fight. They are apparently, though not confirmedly, they're apparently pledging allegiance to foreign countries. What's going on here, y'all? I mean, I don't even know how to come up with a question for today because there's so much going on. And it seems to be just Democrats behaving badly. Let me know, y'all, I guess the question would be, what is wrong? What is wrong? I mean, is it just Trump derangement? Is it just Trump derangement syndrome? Are they just up a creek without a paddle? They're just flailing? Is there some kind of maybe sinister plot or plan behind the scenes? Are they just trying to give the voters a little bit of red meat because they really don't have any policies? Let me know what you think in the comments, y'all. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, people. And of course, my people, you already know, protect your retirement. Go to my link, PARALEGOLD.com, Paralegal Gold. Get the information about protecting your retirement from the upsies, the downsies, and the roundsies, and the roundsies. Or you can call my people at Augusta Precious Metals at 844-651-8334. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.